Poffenbarger so far 14 of 23, 123, 2 touchdowns. Had an efficient first half.
Gets outside.
Roy Alexander.
When
has he not utilized this game, huh? I mean, right there, a little sweep around, quick dump out on the near sideline. Been great in the return game, and sometimes you'll see him in the backfield receive a carry or two as well.
D. Rice Williams there on the defense for the Rams, but a first down for the Great Danes, less than a minute to go. Ball's on the 18. Poffenbarger. Great play there by the Great Danes. And he's out of bounds. Brevin Easton, as they faked the outside to the flats, Easton snuck around behind, and it was wide open, but the pass was just a skosh too long.
Exactly right, Rich, and it's a pretty play when that is executed to perfection. It looked like it was. It's a well-thrown ball as we take another look, and you look at Easton, right? The bait to Roy Alexander. He seeps in behind. Try to see if he got a foot down. It doesn't look like it. I think he might have caught a bit of white there. Coach Gattuso talked to the officials. Will we see a challenge flag here?
Discussion going on between Coach Gattuso and Jason Farnsworth, the head linesman. And it looks like it will go to review.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
Now, this is a rule I don't know in college. Inside 2 minutes in the NFL, everything is a booth review. I'm putting you on the spot here. I didn't ask you this before. Do you know the rule in college? Because I'm not sure if it's a booth review or if you can call for a coach's review.
I honestly 100% don't know as well, Rich, because we saw Gattuso. I didn't see a challenge flag thrown. He was talking to the officials, so maybe it's the same as NFL. It's such a close play and such a tough angle there, far sideline, too, to see if he gets that foot down. Take another look here.
It's got to be the pinky toe on the right foot.
We're going very close. Get the whatever measuring tool you need to try to see if Easton gets his foot down. This is a big one here for the Great Danes. You can expand this game to 20 or 21-6. And again, in college, just the 1 foot. Unlike the pros, just get the 1 foot down, not 2. Looking at that left foot of Easton, see if he got that down.
One more look at that same angle.
Such a well-designed play, though, like you said. Fordham totally fooled. This is a well-thrown ball.
Trying to look at that shadow, and it just looks like the foot's out of bounds from here. I don't think there's enough there to be able to overturn it.
Is it enough to overturn? Yep. Exactly right.
If it's a touchdown, it stays a touchdown, but it was called incomplete. Yeah. So I think it has to stay incomplete.
Most likely, yeah, because it's might have our decision.
Anthony Florio's got the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It's an incomplete pass. Second down on the 18-yard line.
Nothing they could do there. There's just not enough video evidence to overturn that. Looking at the shadow over there in the corner to try to figure it out, it's just that's not going to be enough to overturn a call that was made.
Not enough. Boos raining down as expected. We're with the home crowd at Casey Stadium. Great crowd, a beautiful night for football, like we've been saying, Rich. But second down here for the Great Danes.
Ball's on the 18. 51 seconds to go. Poffenbarger this time goes outside. Has Roy Alexander. Cuts back inside as Alexander over the 10, down inside the 5. Alexander to the end zone for the touchdown. What a run by Roy Alexander to get the job done and put the Great Danes up by 14.
That might be the longest and hardest, hard-earned 18 yards I have seen. And Roy Alexander with his second touchdown of the night. I mean, he goes about 21 yards, excuse me, Rich. He breaks away initially, keeps going. Great push from Renninger and some of the guys in company, and the stretch at the end. What a play.
Roy Alexander using every bit of his 6'2" frame to stretch out at the goal line, but before that, breaking at least 3 tackles inside.
He does extend. Didn't look like his knees were down. Touchdown.
Waiting for the confirmation of the touchdown.
Yep.
And they'll take a closer look at this.
The previous play is under further review.
So they'll review this one as well. So indeed it is a booth replay situation under 2 minutes.
I was going to say, I didn't see, looking for the red flag to be thrown. We didn't see it. before. But, yeah, either way, he's either down or right about at the 1 yard line or he's in.
It's going to be first and goal at the
Right.
1 or 20-6.
Yeah.
And from a selfish highlight standpoint, I'd like this one to stand. That was a really nice run.
Yes, it was. Yeah, and if it does stand, that's 6 catches, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns for Alexander in the first half. And Alexander was the leading receiver against Fordham last year, too.
6 catches for 127.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Gave them some problems. I think it's just because of his elusiveness. Right there, I don't think his knee or his lower half goes down. The ball crosses.
The only other thing they could be looking at is back at the 5, he kind of rolled over the pile. But when you roll over the pile, we know, as we've seen several times, you're not down.
You're not down. Your body does not touch the ground, and that's a good point by you, Rich, too. That might be what they're looking at, because from these replays here and these angles we've looked at, it doesn't look like there's enough to really overturn this one. This one probably, I would think, would stand as a touchdown.
Spending a little extra time under the hood.
Yep. Big calls like this.
Want to make sure you get it right.
You want to make sure you get it right, absolutely.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Said the same thing last time and he got booed.
That's right.
This time he gets cheered.
I'd understand that,
It's
right?
tough being a referee.
I know, it really is, right? You can't please everyone if you're an official.
So an 18-yard touchdown pass from Poffenbarger to Alexander, the second connection for that pair today. 20-6 with a point after pending for John Apalco. And I'll tell you something about John Apalco in just a second. I don't want to say it yet.
It's a good tease.
37 of 37 on PATs last year, 3 of 3 this year. So
that's a veteran move by you, Rich. Not saying it. The announcer, whether it's Joe Buck or Jim Nantz, any of these guys, NFL at any level, the worst thing you can do is when a kicker's going up to attempt an extra point is say, well, he hasn't missed since May of 2017, and then it'll be a shank to the right. But Opalco 3 for 3 so far tonight.
I think we did that in a basketball game where Jimmer Fredette was